Yo, what is up you guys? Zero here. Welcome back to another Lorcana video, and happy Fabled release for all of you guys out doing pre-releases and just opening product right now. It's a great time. Yeah, I know people have been saying that Fabled might be like a bit of a downer set, but I'm seeing a lot of people have fun with opening up these iconics, these really beautiful enchanteds. It's just been a good time. But yeah, back for more Lorcana gameplay. Hey, I am going to be showing you guys my red-green Powerline deck. This is the first time I'm actually playing with this deck. I've played with it a couple times since then, and let me tell you, you're gonna see a lot of misplays, and you're just gonna have to forgive me for that. This is my first time ever playing with this deck, and it's gotten better since then. I will say this deck is very roulette style. If you love that sort of deck, if you love Dino style decks, if you love Robin Hood, the red Robin Hood kind of decks, this is very similler. So I would say it's a little consistent, kind of, as long as you don't brick. I guess all decks are like that, but yeah, I'll be playing against Purple Steel, and we are going to be playing, like I said, red-green Powerline. So let us see how we do. We are off to the races. I start with my 1-drop Clarabelle. My opponent responds with Captain Hook, and I get my 2-cost Singer Powerline. This is the new card that we're mainly going to be shifting off of to get big Powerline in, but unfortunately my opponent will get another Captain Hook in play and play a Fire the Cannons. Unfortunately, this deck might be a little weak to Fire the Cannons just because our Powerline is so easy to take out with something like that. But luckily I do have my 3-drop Powerline, and here we go. We get to sing once I shift onto that with my 4-cost, or not 4-cost, shift for 4, 6-cost Powerline here. And this card is amazing. It is what this deck is based off of. He's a Singer 9. And every time he sings a card, you look at the top 4 cards of your deck, and you get to pick from there a song and play it. Unfortunately for me, I got a Mother Knows Best off. It wasn't even a very good Mother Knows Best. I just had to kind of do it to hopefully roulette into a better song off the top of my deck, which I don't get, unfortunately. But yeah, a lot of things happen there. Against steel decks, I feel like this Powerline gets taken out a lot, and that makes things rough. So yeah, unfortunately we lose that there. Our Clarabelle is the last, I was gonna say man, but last cow standing here, and I get a really bad, so here's the problem again with this deck. Once you lose Powerline, it becomes really tough, especially if you just have songs in hand. Then you're going to be hard casting a lot of songs. But I'm going to hard cast the You're Welcome, and I'm going to target my own Clarabelle. Don't know if that was correct or not. We could have struck at the mine as well, because this 7 Dwarves mine my opponent played will be kind of difficult to deal with. But yeah, that is the route we go for. I went for cards in hand. I go ahead and played 3-drop Max Goof, another new card this set. It gets to search your discard for a song that I believe costs 3 or less. I believe that is the limiter there. But yeah, I get to put it in my hand, so I get Mother Knows Best back into hand. But unfortunately, my opponent is going to get off strength for Raging Fire to take care of my Max Goof. And this is Heffalumps and Woozles that I am playing. I know I'm proxying Heffalumps and Woozles, but what happened was I made this deck and completely forgot to add it into my deck for this day. So I just had to go ahead and be like, oh guys, sorry, I forgot all copies of Heffalumps. So you're gonna, whenever you see that blank card, that is Heffalumps and Woozles. And this card is actually the Madam Mim Elephant that my opponent is playing, which is gaining traction. I think we are loving to see that in purple decks since we are missing a lot of bounce now. It is one of our only options, and it turns out to be a pretty good one. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and play our Maui Shark. We've lost a lot of ground in this game, but you know, we're gonna try and get it back. Shark will take out the mines since he hits for 7. Really powerful. And we get a 2-drop Powerline again down, but I believe I am top decking at this point. Or no, am I not? I believe I have some cards in hand. Never mind. Forget I said that. But yeah, we still have to take down this elephant. We have a Genie Dragon enter play. And here we go. 6 cost. We are playing Max Goof. Shift Max Goof. Ability. Once he quests, I get to play a 4 cost or less song from my discard and put it at the bottom of my deck. So kind of like the second half of Ursula Singer's effect, which is very, very nice. But yeah, my opponent is not going to be questing because I have the shark on play. Here's my first mistake. I am going to sing Eye to Eye because I have the Powerline and the Maui shark together. They get to sing together for 9, and both of us are going to draw 2 cards and also gain 2 lore. The problem is I didn't read the rest of the text, which is if I sing with 2 or more characters, they get to ready. So really, my shark and my Powerline should be ready right now, and I could be doing a lot more or being a little bit safer. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead. Also quest with that max Goof so I can use the Mother Knows Best from my discard. I'll return the Genie Dragon into his hand to better protect my shark, better protect my other cards too. And yeah, my opponent will be playing Elsa here to unfortunately answer us. He's going to fire the cannons into the shark, and I believe he's just going to... Oh, no, he has strength. I was going to say his Elsa might run into it, but with strength of a Raging Fire, he does not need to. He will just take out our card there. And with Elsa and Captain Hook, he gets to get rid of Max Goof. So yeah, just... I'm not sure how much it mattered that I didn't ready from the Eye to Eye, but that will be a recurring problem that you guys will be noticing that I will be forgetting. Reason being, I'm so used to singing it with only Powerline, and if only Powerline sing it, since he's a singer 9, he can sing a 9 cost song. If he doesn't sing it with anybody else, then nothing ready. So I just forgot the second part of that effect, but very, very powerful. It makes Eye to Eye an even better card since it's not really costing you to use a character really to do it, as long as you sing with 2 or more people. But here we go. We get Shift Powerline back onto the field, Floodborn I mean, and we're going to sing Heffalumps and Woozles to go for the roulette once more. Hope we find a better song off the top. We find some good options here. I do see Pirate's Life. I was thinking about Pirate's Life, but there's also a Mother Knows Best, which is a pretty good as well. Gets us some tempo on the field at least, and hopefully our Powerline gets to survive. I do send the Bell back to his hand because I'm kind of hoping that Powerline will be able to survive this. So here we go. I'm also going to sing Mother Knows Best, get rid of another character. I think I make a mistake here by sending Elsa back. I'm not too sure actually. Maybe if I sent the Genie back instead, I could have left the Maui Shark standing and he would have been safe. But I do know I also sent the Bell into his hand, so not very much, not too safe at least. But here we go, another Max Goof entering the field, and because of that I get to send Mother Knows Best back into my hand just for the price of 1 ink. I go ahead and sing with Powerline here to return his Genie to hand, but unfortunately I miss off the top with songs. This is just a bit of an unlucky game. I will say I've been playing this deck a lot, and you don't miss off the top with Powerline very often if you have enough cards going, enough songs in your deck at least. But yeah, you just see me missing a lot in this game, unfortunately. But yeah, Elsa comes back down, gets rid of our Max Goof. Genie Dragon comes down. I go ahead, sing Be King Undisputed with Powerline here. This is just greedy on my part. I won't even say it's a mistake. I thought about this. I should have just hard cast it because I have the ink, and I just missed with Powerline again. Powerline does not get off, and I'm just wasting lore there, where I could just be you know, questing and just hard casting my songs. But yeah, I pay for that dearly when Hypnotic Strength buffs up the Genie and then trades into Powerline, and now I'm left top decking with just this little Powerline in on my field here. And yeah, things aren't looking too great. I will say it is kind of impressive I got this far with how much I was kind of missing with songs, and also missing some you know, important trades and stuff like that. But here we go. Things are looking pretty bad when my opponent gets another Elsa onto the field, another Genie onto the field, and the writing's kind of on the wall here unless I top deck something great. Which do I? What do I find here? It's kind of an answer. Oh, I have to ink my Eye to Eye, but Under the Sea off the top. I mean, it's not an I mean, it is a play that saved me, I will say. Everything goes into the bottom of my opponent's deck, which was a very good card at the moment, but I'm still kind of on the back foot. My opponent gets a library down, gets the bell back onto the field. I only top deck an Ursula, unfortunately, which is not too great at all. And my opponent just shows me the docks because I asked. I was like, okay, look, I'm not in a great spot here. If you have great cards in hand, it's kind of over. And I was like, yeah, okay, it's not happening. We are just gonna scoop. Unfortunately, I did play a little greedy there. I'm not sure if I could have won with some of those roulette, results that we were getting. But this is a fun deck. This is great. Singing with Powerline, just like bang, bang, bang. It is a lot of fun. So let's see if we can get game 2 here. I do start with no 1-drop. I will say my first iteration of this deck is sorely lacking in 1-drops, and I kind of did that on purpose, but we'll see if I do change that in the future. My opponent does get Captain Hook though. I opt to skip my 2-drop. I ink an Ursula Deceiver just because I don't think my opponent, unless he has Strength of a Raging Fire, which I think he would ink if he had it in his hand, Ursula's not doing much for me. So I just decided to ink it so that I didn't have to ink all the other more important cards in my hand, including this Max Goof, which I drop on 3, Singer 5 Max Goof, making Ruby into kind of a songs deck, which I love. But yeah, my opponent continues to play on curve. Calhoun into Genie Dragon. He's going to follow that with a library. And I do have a Powerline on the field. I do have a Max Goof on the field, which hopefully means that I get good shift targets here on my next turn. And I do. Go ahead, we're going to shift into Powerline. Singing kind of is scary here because my opponent has a lot of answers on the board, but we're going to go ahead and do it anyway. Mother knows best. I'm going to return Calhoun to his hand and hopefully roulette into something good here. I do see some songs that are options to play, and I'm thinking about what to do. I just go ahead and hit the Under the Sea. It's going to go to the bottom of my deck anyway. I might as well just play it for free, get rid of that Captain Hook off the field, and since I have that Max Goof, a Singer 5 is able to sing Be King Undisputed to get me some room to breathe here by removing the last card on my opponent's field. My opponent hits me with double fire the cannons to take care of the Powerline. What a relentless deck. Steel is just not fun for Powerline to play against, but hey, I don't think we're going to be seeing too many fire the cannons, but or at least we're hoping not to. But here, we're going to go ahead, shift Max Goof, and since I quest with him, I get to play the Be King Undisputed from the discard, put it at the bottom of my deck there, get rid of that Calhoun, which is nice. Unfortunately, my opponent does have the library there. He does forget the lore for just a second, but he does fix it, so I think everything is still correct in terms of game state. I'm going to ink that Heffalumps and Woozles, and I'm going to go ahead and play Max Goof, the 3-drop off of the field. Return, I believe, of Mother Knows Best into my hand, and I'm gonna go ahead and sit here. I made the option. I chose to do this with Max Goof so that hopefully this turn I can play a Mother Knows Best and also get to play it again with my Max Goof Floodborn's effect once he quests. So I'm trying to double up here, which is why I kind of took a turn off from questing or doing anything, and we're gonna try and hope to get control of the field here. But my opponent gets a dock onto the field here. His Calhouns are in the library. And we're going to go ahead. We get a Maui Shark as well, which is super nice. Now I get to sing Mother Knows Best, bring Calhoun back. Gain a lore because I have the Shark. We're going to go ahead and quest with the Max Goof. I'm going to hit him with Mother Knows Best again on his other Calhoun. We get another lore since Maui Shark is now on the field. And suddenly, we're in a pretty good spot. But yeah, Calhouns come back, Captain Hook comes back, but it's fine because now they are wet, so they cannot challenge into our exerted characters, which is nice. I'm back to top decking though. We don't have any songs that we can play here. Library does get the lore, so we are still in correct game state. Luckily enough, I wasn't paying enough attention. Here's another mistake. Here we go, eye to eye. We are gonna sing it, which is awesome. It would be awesome at least if I remembered to ready my characters, which would be really nice so that they are safe from these Calhouns, at least this little Max Goof. But I do draw some power lines. I'm going to ink the baby one to play the big one. And yeah, we would be in a much better spot if Max Goof was ready here, but he's not, unfortunately. My opponent will get the parrot onto the field. And go ahead, fire the cannons of Max Goof. At least the Calhoun didn't trade into it, which is fine. But yeah, still, remember you guys, if you are singing eye to eye with multiple characters, go ahead and ready them because you get that benefit. That is really, really good. So yes, I do know that now, and I have been doing it ever since, but this was, again, the first time I ever did it. But yeah, here's another tidbit for you guys. I'm going to hit You're Welcome on the parrot because I don't like the threat, but it may have vanished, but the whole song has to resolve before vanish takes effect. So You're Welcome is actually going to pop off first and send the parrot into my opponent's deck instead of vanishing it. Unfortunately for me, because then he gets to get 2 cards. I'm going to head and quest with a max Goof, do another You're Welcome. I'm giving my opponent a lot of cards, but I'm kind of hoping to win like right now. So I go ahead and quest out and just be like, okay, you do have a million cards, but I'm hoping that none of them will really answer my entire board right now, and I get a little bit to work off of here. But Calhoun going to enter library. He's going to hypnotic strength it so that it is strong enough to take out our max Goof. Fair enough. Very, very good play. He's catching us up in lore too, so it's starting to get really dicey and really scary. There's a Captain Hook. There's a dock on the field. That is enough to take our Powerline out, unfortunately, if he so desires. The parrot is re-entering the field, and he's like, yeah, this is 4. That is 4. That makes sense. Powerline does go down, and now we are concerned. But yeah, that is one thing. Like, if we had readied from the eye to eye, Maui Shark and Max Goof, we could have just both ran into the library, and I'd be a lot less worried right now. That could have been an option. So it would have been a lot nicer. But yeah, my opponent does have Elsa, which is nice for him. I just went ahead and quested with my Maui Shark. And it turned out to be all right, just because Elsa would have exerted anyway, and the parrot and Elsa will trade into him. I top deck a Powerline, which is nice because the one card I have in hand that I'm not playing is Eye to Eye, I think. I believe it's Eye to Eye. And I didn't have enough ink to just hard cast it, so I needed something, and Powerline is a singer, so here we go, 17 to 17. I'm like, okay, I can sing it, and it won't let you win right now, so that is a great time right now where we're gonna sing eye to eye. Both of us go to 19. I need to find something to win though. I need to top deck a song. Oh, I missed. That's terrible, but I did draw from the eye to eye a Pirate's Life, which gets us the win. So game 2 goes to us. That was a nail biting match, and it was a lot of fun. But man, this deck is fun, guys. So I am still editing it. I want it to get to the best spot it can be, and I don't think it's quite there yet, but I'm gonna keep testing just because this deck is fun. If anything, it's fun. Is it competitive? We're not completely sure yet. I will say it has beaten a lot of aggro decks since I've fixed it up a bit. So at the very least, it's an aggro killer. But here we go, Captain Hook for my opponent. I missed my first 2 turns, unfortunately, and he's gonna go ahead. 7 Doors mine and the library, which already looks really, really bad for me. And yeah, locations kind of hard for us to deal with because a lot of our songs don't really answer locations. The only one we really have, I think, is You're Welcome, that will send locations back, and that's not even the best answer. But on turn 3, we get Max Goof out. And my opponent's next turn will get a Genie out, and it's looking a little rough. He's gaining at least 2 lore per turn, and now Captain Hook is standing just in case my Max Goof does anything. It will just retaliate and take it out. And unfortunately, I have a handful of songs that don't answer locations, and I need to answer these locations if I'm going to get anywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and send Max Goof challenging into a library. Not what he would like to be doing. He would love to be singing in his room all alone, but we are unfortunately not in the best spot to be able to do that. My opponent will be following up this turn. He will be playing a Genie Dragon, a very nice card, along with another mine and more locations that I can't really deal with. So yeah, I guess the location spam into Powerline makes for a really bad time, especially if they miss the first couple turns. So yeah, maybe don't heavily put into the top end of your deck like I did for this, but we are going to take out the library just because you know, we're gonna make baby steps towards taking out these locations and hopefully get somewhere here. Unfortunately, yeah, I don't even have my rush Powerline that could have went off on this game, maybe a little bit. and I just have to play these Mother Knows Best. That's all I really had. I think I just had a lot of songs in my hand, which is another concern that could happen with this deck, is if you just get songs and nothing else. But another mine enters the field. We're going to trade into my only character that was able to challenge into them, and everything just looks terrible. I do get a Maui Shark, but it might be a little too late, as he goes up to 14 lore here, and Genie Quest will get him up to 16, and I have to take out 3 locations and a Genie to somehow get there. It's not looking great, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. The last game was a little anticlimactic, but was that game too fun? It was absolutely fun. I'm gonna keep trying to get this deck working and showing you guys more content with it, but yeah, really enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. More Fabled content coming out soon. I hope you guys are enjoying your Fabled release, and yeah, we'll catch you guys next time. I will see you later. Enjoy Fabled and enjoy this next rotation, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.